Okay, the SUB85. We're going to go over some very brief specifications and see what this thing is. This is going to be specifically just to go over dimensions and size of these units. We're not going to go into depth on this video. This is just a straight to the point video. We have more in-depth videos if you want to do a full-on walkthrough of these things and get more details on them. This is just straight, here's what the specifications are. So for those of you who do not know, we are manufacturing these up here in Alaska. This is year 55 in business. This thing is our SUB85 unit. All that stands for is slide-in utility box, 8.5 foot. It makes it shorter, so it's not really long. All right, that's all that stands for. This is a fully aluminum structure. It's tubular aluminum, 360-degree welds. The entire mission of this is to outlast 3 trucks up there in the oil fields. This particular run here is 98 inches wide. They can be 96 inches wide, no problem. But this particular run is 98. It is 8.5 feet long on the exterior, so from the very front to the very back, that's 8.5 feet. The inside ceiling height here is 80 inches. So it's 6 foot 8 inches high on the inside to that ceiling. That's to the middle. This does have a crown in the roof, okay? But that is 6 foot 8, so big guys can get in here and work. This truck is meant, or this unit is meant specifically to compete with space caps and Miranda caps in the situations where whatever truck that you're putting this on does not have a clearance requirement, right? Those units are low for a reason, but they're harder for guys to move around and walk around in. And you know, if you really need all of that space for your truck, it's kind of annoying for a guy to be hunched over all day. So that's kind of the idea. But the inside cubic feet of this is 436 cubic feet. That space is square and usable rather than curved. So you can actually just go in here and you can bolt a toolbox right to the wall. Yes, we can put windows in them if you need to, but again, we can talk about upfits and additional options on other videos. This right here is an add-on. These clients wanted a workbench. Easy stuff to do. We can easily make it to where both sides are just like that, just flat. These are equipped with heaters. This entire structure is fully insulated. The heaters are also an add-on. These doors right here are 49 3/4 to 49.5 inches wide to the weather strip itself. So that's your true opening. The height is 74.5 inches high. That's your actual clearance of the door itself. This door right here is 32 inches wide. This door right here is 19, but your actual clearance is 29 inches. You can see 29.5. Hard to hold that tape up like that. Anyway, so you got 29.5 inches of actual clearance when the door is open. And we have found that that's the most valuable for getting stuff in and out, so that the majority of your equipment can go in and out without having to open this door. We can get into all the other specifications and details of why other stuff is built the way it is, but that's not the point of this particular video. On the inside, we are 98.5 inches here, so you can fit sheet material. These handles are requested in add-ons, so that will inhibit your 98-inch space if you are a company that needs to have your sheet material in here for whatever reason. The cab over portion up there is 42 inches deep by 31 inches high. I'm going to navigate around this bumper here. We do manufacture those bumpers as well. This particular client wanted that, so it's part of this contract. But that is not, those don't come with the unit. Anyway, so it's 31 inches high inside here, and this is 42 inches deep. Okay, so you can easily put a shelf here on the wall if you needed to and fit 10-foot material on the inside. Then the exterior here, this is 12 foot long all the way down to the other side. Okay, so those are the level specifications of the build. These are designed to fit on F350 chassis and F250s. The weight of the structure is 1,400 pounds as you see it sitting there. It's right around 1,300 pounds if you don't have several of these upgrades that this thing currently has. This thing bolts down to the truck. These embedments are by request of the client. They have several of our other units, like that one over there. Let's go over there really quick. Man, look at all this stuff. Looks like we run a nice clean yard, but that thing came down in the wind. So, a little self-conscious about the mess. That's okay. It happens. So this is how we typically have them tied down, and we can do this on the builds, but we have redesigned it to where it fits with embedments because it's just a little bit better for most clients. But if you're going to have this thing on and off frequently, you're probably going to want to have some sort of tie down system just like that one, but you don't have to. There are options. Okay, so right here, this is how it ties down. You get these little plates right here. Those come with this is just eye bolts so that it's tied down to the skids, and then it holds down this bumper for transport. But that is designed to fit directly on. You retake the bed bolts out of the truck, the back 6, and you replace them with longer bolts, which do come with the unit. And that is all dependent. We need year, make, and model to know which truck it's going on if we're going to do the particular embedment zones. Okay, and what this is 1/2-inch aluminum, and then it's welded to the structure in this floor. Okay, and then these are aluminum plates, and the plates come with weather strip and all of that already on them. So that's how that is done. And we only do the back 6. It's because the chassis flares out and it goes outside of this wheel well line, and so we don't want to get tricky with the bracketing in the front. It's just not necessary. Okay, and you can see this is flared up like that, and it's so that it can fit the wheel well. All right, so those are the baseline specifications of these builds. These builds so that's the SUB85, but this construction method can get built for a flatbed. There's no reason why this can't actually be built for a flatbed, and in fact we use the same construction method on several other types of projects that are going to be like a big trailer or for the back of a semi. I'll throw some pictures over the screen here. There's this same construction method. Tubular aluminum construction can be used on a flat to make a flatbed, or this slide-in box. These are just strictly slide-ins because that is what has been the demand for this particular category. So there you go, guys. That is the high-level specs for the SUB85. If you want more in-depth information on these, then just go over to any one of our other videos on these. We talk about doors, we talk about everything. If you have the time to do that, then just go and do that. All right, catch you on the next video.